Hello, my name is Josephine Friman. Josephine. I am the school counselor at this school, and I've worked here for 5.5 years. My biggest work here is to work with the relations with the kids and the staff to make this environment as safe and good as possible for the kids to learn better. If they are feeling well at school, they are also learning more. So I work at different levels. I work with the kids directly, like one-to-one. I work with groups. I work with actions on the whole school. And other levels as well. I work with promotion. Do you know what I mean when I say promotion? To promote physical and mental health, to actions to promote that, for example. And I work with preventing stuff, preventing for example, abusive treatment between kids and between grown-up and kids and so on. To know the risks here at the school. I'm going to talk a bit more about that. And then I work what's the last level is, investigate and report abusive treatment and to work with it so that it will not continue to happen like that. And it can be also that the students are not feeling well and maybe the families need some help outside the school. So that's also what I do. I work together with social services here and with different families. Every school need to have a plan, which we call a plan against discrimination and abuse and treatment. And in that plan, first we have it's quite big. We use it a lot, and I use it as a tool to structure the school's work about this. And also for myself. But we also have, of course, we have rules for the kids to follow. I mean, of course, you have. And this document is saying what actions. So the purpose of the plan is to prevent discrimination, abusive treatment, all forms of violence and exclusion. And the prevention part, which actions we plan, it's determined by surveys that we do at the school, interviews and other ways to detect risks among the students. For example, one of the risks that we know about is that in after the what's it called when you
the PE class, the physical education.
After they shower and
Okay.
And in that area.
In the changing rooms.
Yes. Okay. Changing rooms. Yes. It's a bigger of a risk where to big conflicts. That they say words to each other to about the bodies and you know stuff. So that it's an example of an area that we have been working for many years to make it more safe for the kids. Yeah. So we have, and the other part is of this plan is to plan for promotional efforts, regardless of risks. And the purpose is then to plan for actions at school that will promote, like I said before, well-being, physical and mental health, fellowships, good relations, and for the students to feel safe during their school day and during their time out at our leisure time center. Yeah. And the third and last part of the plans is to plan for routines for how we report and investigate abusive treatment at school. If something happens, like a conflict that, you know, goes into violence or something, we have a routine for how to solve it and report it and investigate it, what happened, and how to plan for it to not happen again. And we have a system for that documentation, and that's common for every school. Okay. Yeah. For example, if you're in a fight and it's bad, you know, even if you're like 9 years old, you need to maybe me or Jill or both of us and the teacher, we call to a meeting, and we with the parents and the kid and, you know, everything, and then we need to make a plan for it to not happen again, and the actions then may be like this kid needs to practice how to express the feelings instead of, you know, hitting someone else. And so that may be my job to do it and the teacher's job to do it. Like then this kid can meet me like one time a week, and we talk about feelings, and we try to prevent these situations to happen. And also it's you know, some kids have like ADHD and such. You know, do you have? No, you don't have it. ADHD, like diagnosis when you are really impulsive and a hard time to concentrate. Yes. And then, you know, for example, if you have that kind of diagnosis, we know that you need support to stop your impulses when you feel angry or something. So, I mean, you can't punish a kid that you know have a hard time to manage it on their own. So that's how we think about it. But it's different for different situations. But of course, we have consequences. First, we talk to this, and then we do then we plan, and then we follow it up and things like that. That's my work too. Okay. I'm often involved in that kind of stuff. Yes, we have talked very much about that masculinity, you know, toxic masculinity and things in our school, and how to specifically work with it here. And we have things in our this plan that I mentioned that are specifically. Yes, I can. It's you can see that many of the boys, they are constantly on each other physically in their play when they play, and they have to be able to take things, you know, teasing and yeah, to be rough.
Show his power.
Yeah, but also like this. Oh, you. And then at first it's for fun, and then it's not fun anymore, and that is things that it's very common to happen here. I guess it's the same in Spain.
Yeah, sure.
So that's one of the things. But then also in this area, Hammarkullen, Angered, it's many kids come from homes with very strict gender roles. And yeah, maybe it's not only here, of course, but yeah, we can see it here. It's a class thing as well, I think.
Yeah.
And then they are very yeah, you can see the patterns of it here in school. I think they are very you know, tough in their behavior, and then they need to have a certain act against things that are girlish or girly, or you know what I mean. And then they can be like, if they are in, they haven't got tools for expressing their feelings. So instead they are, if someone teases you and maybe says something about your mother, for example, then they can react really fast and hard.
Yeah.
At first we talk about with the kids, or maybe one of them or the two of them, or if there are many. Yeah, it's different for different situations. But yes, then we do it, and I often tell the parents about my concern of especially the macho culture. And when I'm really worried, I am telling them that this behavior, it reminds me of older but young adult men who are in criminal gangs and stuff, because it's true. It's the same structures, but they are really small. You know, the revenge thing, and it's that's one thing I often talk to the boys about, because they are all about the revenge thing. But he did it to me, and then I can. It's okay for me to do it back. You know, if we say all the time, if something happened, you can take help from us, and we are there for you, and we can help you to solve it. But then if someone do it, maybe the other kids will be mad at that kid because he or she snitched to a teacher or to a grown up or to someone else. Yeah. So it's a little bit about how the masculinity, the toxic masculinity is showed here in school. Yeah. I actually don't think that they can see it. They don't have the glasses for it. If we say that they have two boys at home and they are playing like that, they just see that they are playing. So it's important for the kids as well to you know, here at school we say we settled some rules, and then they don't have the same rules and unwritten rules at home.